You want to know why toxic people keep coming back? It's not because you haven't blocked them hard enough. It's not because your boundaries aren't clear. It's because you're still energetically available to their games. And once you understand what that means, once you make one single internal shift, they won't even try anymore. They'll just fade. Like they were never that important to begin with. Let me show you what I mean. Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody talks about. Toxic people don't leave because you haven't given them a reason to stay away permanently. You push them away, they disappear for a while. Then suddenly they're back. Testing, probing, seeing if the door is still unlocked. And the pattern repeats because somewhere inside you, there's still a part that's waiting, hoping, wondering if maybe this time will be different. That hope is the invisible invitation. That's what they come back for. Think about it. You've blocked them before, you've told them off, you've set boundaries, you've gone silent, but they still find a way back in. A text from a different number, a message, through a mutual friend, showing up somewhere they know you'll be. And every single time, there's this moment where your heart rate changes, your stomach drops, your mind starts racing. That reaction, that internal chaos, that's the signal they're waiting for. Because here's what most people get wrong about boundaries. They think boundaries are about what you say or what you do. Block, delete, ignore. But toxic people don't care about your actions. They care about your energy. And as long as you're still emotionally reactive to them, as long as they still occupy space in your mind, they know they can come back. You want them gone for good? You have to become someone they can't manipulate anymore. Not someone who fights them. Not someone who hates them. Someone who genuinely doesn't register them as important. Let me explain the shift. Right now, you're still playing the game. You're on the board. When they text, you feel something. Anger, hurt, curiosity, even satisfaction that they're reaching out. All of those are engagement. All of those mean you're still in the game. Even hate keeps you connected. Especially hate. The shift happens when you move from "I hate you" to "I don't think about you." And I mean, really don't think about them. Not the fake version where you pretend you're over it, but secretly check their social media. Not the version where you tell everyone you've moved on, but replay old conversations in your head at night. The real version. The one where they become background noise. Irrelevant. This is what I call energetic incompatibility. It's when you become so fundamentally different from who you were when they knew you that their manipulation tactics don't even compute anymore. They try the old tricks and it's like trying to use a key that doesn't fit the lock. The lock changed. You changed. And here's the thing about energy. People feel it even when they can't see you. Even without contact. They sense when someone stops thinking about them. When someone stops giving them mental real estate. It's like a frequency that goes dead. And toxic people, they're tuned into that frequency. They feed on it. When it disappears, they feel the loss immediately. That's why they escalate right before they disappear forever. They'll love bomb you. Send those "I miss you" messages. Guilt trip you about the past. Get angry. Try to provoke you. They're throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. Because they can feel you slipping away and it terrifies them. Not because they love you, because they're losing access to your energy. But here's where most people mess it up. They see the escalation and think, "See? They do care. Maybe I should respond. Maybe we can fix this." No. The escalation is not proof of love. It's proof they're losing control. And they're desperate to get it back. So, let me ask you something, and I want you to really sit with this question. What's the one thing they keep doing that pulls you back in? Is it the apologies that sound so sincere? The promises that this time will be different? The way they know exactly what to say to make you doubt yourself? You're not weak for falling for it. These patterns are designed to hook you. They've spent time learning what works on you specifically. But recognizing the pattern is the first step to breaking it. So if you're watching this and something just clicked, if you see the game now, comment, "I see it now" below. Let other people know they're not alone in this. Because reading these comments, seeing that other people recognize the same patterns, That's how we break the illusion that we're the only ones struggling with this. Now, back to the shift. There's a specific moment when toxic people realize you're not coming back, and it's not when you block them. It's not when you tell them off. It's not even when you go silent. It's when they test you and get absolutely nothing in return. Picture this. They send that text, the one designed to get a reaction, and you see it. You feel that familiar pull, that urge to respond, to defend yourself, to engage. But this time, you don't. You feel the urge, you acknowledge it, and you let it pass. Like a wave. It comes, it peaks, it goes. They're expecting the old you, the one who would respond within minutes, the one who would either fight back or cave in. But instead, they get silence. Not the angry silent treatment kind. Just nothing. No energy, no reaction, no engagement. So they try again. Different approach. Maybe they act worried about you. Maybe they try to make you jealous. Maybe they bring up old memories. And again, nothing. You're not ignoring them to punish them. You're genuinely uninterested in the game. This is when they start to panic. Because the script isn't working anymore. Their brain goes, wait, this always worked before. Why isn't it working now? And they escalate even more. But you're still not there. Not emotionally. Not energetically. You've already moved on in your mind, even if they don't know it yet. Eventually, they stop. Not because you convinced them to, not because they finally respected your boundaries, but because you became boring to them. And toxic people need drama like air. When you stop providing it, they suffocate and move on to someone else who will. Here's the practical part. How do you actually do this? How do you rewire yourself to become genuinely indifferent? It's about training your nervous system not to respond. Every time you feel that urge to check on them, to respond, to engage, you sit with it instead. Feel it. Don't act on it. This is the hardest part because your body is screaming at you to do something. Your anxiety is spiking. Your mind is racing with what-ifs. But here's a rule that will save you. The 72-hour rule. Any urge you have to contact them, any urge to respond, will pass if you wait 72 hours. I promise you. What feels urgent and necessary right now will feel completely different in 3 days. The emotional charge will drain, and you'll see clearly that responding would have been a mistake. Each time you don't respond, you're breaking a neural pathway. You're teaching your brain that not engaging is safe, that nothing bad happens when you don't react. And slowly, over time, the urge gets weaker. The pull gets quieter. Until one day, you realize you didn't even think about them. This isn't about them anymore. This is about reprogramming yourself. About becoming someone who doesn't need closure from people who can't give it. Someone who doesn't need the last word. Someone who can walk away mid-conversation and never look back. But let's talk about the guilt. Because the guilt will try to pull you back in. It's the last hook, the one that's hardest to remove. What if they really need me? What if I'm being cruel? What if they've actually changed and I'm missing out on something real? Here's the truth. You are not responsible for their healing. You are not the exception to their pattern. You are not cruel for protecting yourself. And if they've really changed, they'll respect your boundaries. Real change doesn't require you to risk yourself to verify it. If someone has genuinely transformed, they'll prove it to the world, to themselves, to others in their life. They won't use you as a test case. They won't ask you to trust them one more time. They'll understand why you can't, and they'll leave you alone. The guilt you feel is not intuition. It's a trained response. They trained you to feel responsible for their emotions, to feel bad when you prioritize yourself, to believe that your boundaries are mean. That's conditioning, not truth. So what happens after? What happens when they're really gone? There will be a void at first. A strange emptiness where all that drama used to be, and you'll be tempted to fill it, to check on them, to see if they've moved on, to prove to yourself that you made the right choice. Don't. The void is necessary. It's healing space. It's where you're supposed to be right now. Sit in it. Let it be uncomfortable. Because what's actually happening in that void is you're remembering who you were before them. You're finding the parts of yourself that got buried under all that chaos. And then, slowly, you start to notice things. You have so much energy now. Energy that was being drained constantly by thinking about them, worrying about them, bracing for their next move. Now it's yours again. You sleep better. You laugh more easily. You stop doom scrolling through social media, looking for traces of them. Your nervous system starts to regulate. You realize you've been living in fight or flight mode for so long that you forgot what calm feels like. And now you remember. Space opens up for people who actually add to your life. People who don't make you feel like you're constantly defending yourself. People who are consistent, who don't play games, who show up. And here's the final sign that they're really gone. You forget to think about them. Days go by and they don't cross your mind. When someone mentions their name, you feel nothing. Not anger, not hurt, not curiosity. Just a vague sense of, oh yeah, that person. That's freedom. That's what the other side looks like. Listen, this isn't about getting revenge. It's not about making them suffer or proving a point. It's about becoming someone they can't manipulate anymore. When you do this, when you make this shift, you don't just push them away. You become incompatible with toxicity itself. Not just their toxicity, all of it. They won't come back because there's nothing left for them to take. You're not angry. You're not hurt. You're not available. You're just done. And that's the most powerful position you can be in. The opposite of love isn't hate. It's genuine indifference. And that's what sets you free. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button. You deserve people in your life who don't make you question your reality, who don't drain you, who actually want to see you thrive. Go live like someone who knows their worth. Because you do. You always did. They just made you forget for a while.